Hey everyone, I'm teen writer Noah Barfield, author of that incredible, amazing action fantasy novel Legendland, and if you haven't heard about it before, well, you have now, so you're out of excuses. This is Writer's Corner, and in Writer's Corner this week I'm going to be talking about professionalism, specifically professionalism geared towards teen writers. Before I start, I know some of you might be thinking, but I thought this was gonna be weekly inspirations. Those are short and concise and he's funny and I love them. Well, thank you. That means a lot to me. But I haven't done Writer's Corner in a while, and I'm trying to get back into that since I'm making time to do it. Also, today's Friday, not Wednesday. Get over yourself. Some of you might be thinking, but there's a different background. I'm so confused. Good. I felt some of you were pretty comfortable with my last background and my filming location, so because my family and I commonly travel every few months to a different location, we just decided to move to a completely different place with a different house, just to confuse you. You're welcome. Now stop distracting me, alright? Writer's Corner. Professionalism. Why would I want to be professional anyway? Well, if you're a teen writer, you'll probably eventually get something along the lines of, why are you being a writer? Think about your future, your career. Will you ever be able to support anyone? Come on, you're not a kid anymore. Is this just a hobby? It's a hobby, right? This is what you do in your spare time. Get a real job. For one, that annoys me. I don't like dealing with that. Being professional really helps people get off your back about it. It lets you do what you love, which is writing, without having to answer pointless questions. It's awesome. So that's why you might want to be professional. Now, I'm going to throw some pros and cons at you of like, just being professional. Also, I'll give you some tips on being professional because not everyone has this inherent knowledge and mastery over being professional. So, pro number one, it really greases dim wheels. And by that, I mean it greases the wheels going into the future because we're traveling to the future and on wheels now. By that, I mean it makes people want to do things with you. It builds up a reputation for you whenever you are professional, courteous, responsible, respectful, etc., etc. For one, it lets you do it whenever you're professional, people want to take you seriously, and you have a higher chance of getting your book published earlier in life, which gives you a big advantage over other people, and it also lets you do what you love for a long period of time and make money off of it to support yourself. It's great. It also means you build up this reputation earlier, so by the time you're 35 and people are just now starting their writing careers, you already have this reputation as a professional, respectful person who has been doing writing for, half their life now. So it really helps, gives your name some weight to it. Now, con number one, you might be thinking, oh, but people might see me as, like, strict or uptight. People are going to see you strict or uptight or stressed or whatever you're worried about them seeing if that's how you act. You can be seen as that laid back, easygoing, but still professional person. It's how you act, it's how you present yourself. A lot of being professional is not only being sincere about who you are and not changing or compromising that, but presenting correctly. You present some professionalism. You don't have to internally be a super professional person all the time, but you have to at least present it whenever it counts. Pro number two, it creates a lot of respect for you. By that, I mean people want to do business with you. People want to print your books and work with you and be your editors and be your publishers and buy your stuff whenever they respect you. Whenever you respect people, you get respect in return. Whenever you're professional, people want to be professional with you. Whenever you're professional, whenever you give respect and you're courteous and you're responsible and you show that you can do things and get things done, people want to invest time, effort, energy, and cash money into you. I mean, you know how you like eating food, right? Yeah. You know how food is necessary for survival? Yeah? Okay. Well, you know how that costs monies? Well, you can't get any monies if people think you're this teen brat who's not going to put the time or effort into writing books. People don't, if you're not reliable, if you aren't professional, people don't want to deal with that. And you're not going to get those monies that you so desperately crave because you really, really want more sushi. It's fine. But people need to present that. You need people will respect you more whenever you're professional and you can get the money for sushi. Now, con number 2, you might be thinking, oh, well, where's the time to goof off and be a kid? You don't have to be professional all the time. You don't. And it's perfectly acceptable to be a kid, to watch anime, read lots of comics, play video games, sit on the couch and read chips. Just maybe not in a boardroom meeting or on televised national shows or talking to your editors and publishers. There's a time and a place, but you don't have to be professional all the time. Just whenever it really counts. And be sincere still, though. Be sincere, but be professional. So here are some tips on how to do that because it doesn't sound easy at all. Well, alright, so tip number 1. Really love what you do. Take it seriously. Have passion for it. If you take your writing seriously, people are going to take you seriously. They're going to want to respect you because of that. Whenever you're passionate about it, it's infectious. People get passionate about what you're passionate about. If you come across as lazy, insincere, or lackluster, people aren't going to want to get behind that. Have you ever had a waitress or waiter who doesn't really make great small talk and just seems kind of bored and dead faces you, and you constantly have to ask to have your water refill, but it never really is, and you're thirsty the entire time because of all those fries that were super salty, and you leave them a bad tip? Well, that's how their service reflects on them. How you are as a writer reflects on what people are going to give you. You're not going to get a bad tip. People just won't want to print your books if you're insincere, dispassionate, or a jerk. Tip number 2, respect other people's work. Be courteous and professional to them. Understand that what your fine editor does is integral to your book getting published, because all of those semicolons, maybe not all of them had a purpose, alright? Maybe some of them should have been hyphens. It makes it more readable. Your marketer gets those books out. Your publisher prints those books. Or gets the different publishing deals. And all those things publishers do. Even if you're self-publishing, you're probably going to need to hire a freelance editor, find an independent printer to print your books, and take some marketing classes. You need to respect other people's works, understand what they do. That way you can take them seriously and have conversations about their stuff. People like to tell you what they do. Like, how many times does a fine editor be like, oh yeah, those things that people write, I edit them. Understand what they do, talk to them about it, and be professional and courteous about it. 3, put the time in. Oh my god, put the time in. If you say you love books and you want to do this as a career, then write, okay? If you're not going to be writing, then people aren't going to want, if you don't put in the time, if you don't show that you're committed to this, people aren't going to want to get behind that. It shows as being flaky. You're going to have to write weekends sometimes. You're going to have to write every day. Oh my god, I just got home from school and I have a ton of homework and I still want to be able to talk to my friends. Well, that's great, but sometimes you're going to need to write the hour that you would talk to friends or sleep. Instead, you have to show that commitment and put in the time. You have to take the time to get over writer's block if that's a thing you're affected by mentally. Or if whatever you do, sometimes you're going to have to overcome those challenges. You're going to have to show that grit, that determination. You're going to have to get over those things, overcome those obstacles. You're going to have to put the time in. You're going to be in it for the long haul. People respect that. And if you're not in it for the long haul, then maybe writing is more of a hobby or a part-time career, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're wanting to do this as your full-time job, you're in it for the long haul. Unless you find something that really blows you away and you want to do that. I don't know. I'm not you. 4, and I've covered this, but it's just really, really important. Be sincere. You can be professional. You can be professional, and you can present that you're really respectful whenever all you really want to do is kind of like squirt an ink pen at them or whatever. You still need to be sincere. Let your personality shine through. I'm not super strict and uptight. I'm loose, ish. I'm a dork. I'm nerdy. I like video games, but I let that shine through in my videos. I try and be professional. It works most of the time, but I appeal to people because of my personality. Let that shine through. Your personality is going to be appealing because, you're you. Everyone's unique. Everyone appeals to certain different types of people. Now 5, and this is kind of a minor thing, but that's the last thing, so I'm going to end on a minor note, but look the part, okay? This may seem trivial. It may. Be like, I don't have to look the part. If I'm professional and act professional, people treat me as such. Yes, And part of it is realizing people's preconceived notions of you, which are these things you're trying to banish, but sometimes you have to indulge them initially. I mean, after you sold like a ton of books, that you can show up on like with sandals and whatever, like shirts optional, whatever you want to do. But initially, you're gonna have to look the part. You're gonna have to seem professional. You might even have to wear a suit or a pantsuit or fancy dress or any combination of those. I don't know, whatever people deem professional. But you're gonna have to look the part. Whenever I attend, whenever I would attend meetings, I did my best to look professional, or at least didn't have like all these logos on my shirts. I didn't wear those shirts those days. You need to look the part, so people don't look at you and be like, oh, more skinny jeans, great. That's exactly what we need in this company. Most people don't think that. Slacks may be annoying, but sometimes you have to wear them. Now, I really hope this has been helpful. If this has helped at least one person out there, then it will have been worth it. I know there are a lot of videos and a lot of different things on how to be professional. I know that this may not have been the most concise. It was to me, but it may not have been the most concise to everyone. And I know there are a lot of things geared towards helping young people be professional. But if this has helped at least one person, then it was well worth it. Now, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, blah, 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 you can always leave a comment below. I've done long strings of comments and replies with people, so I'm committed to it. I also really appreciate whenever people contact me through my website, www.arc-storm.com. I think that's it. So, thank you for watching, and continue to enjoy.